Okay,
Now.
it's
Yeah,
okay now.
now. Yeah.
Okay. Oh, was there any cancellation?
I think that's why
I
I
think
got.
because it was another guy. Another
Yeah.
guy, I think some J or something. Okay, nice.
Mm-hmm.
So, all good. Had your breakfast?
Yeah, I had my breakfast, but in this session,
Hmm.
I would like to discuss something very important for beginner, intermediate, as well as advanced learner. Because
Sure.
I am here on this platform, I am near about 8 or
100 and
9 months. I
yeah.
have been
I
on
think
this
this is
platform.
this is with me. It is 120th session. I think.
Yes. So many learners stuck in intermediate level. So in this particular video, I would like to know from you what are the things we should do to go in advanced level.
What do you think? What do you think?
What I think. I think practice is the only key.
Okay.
Practice with
See,
proper
this
guidance.
is very common thing. Everybody will say practice, practice,
Yes.
practice. How to practice? What to do? Give me some actionable plan, some doable plan. Like you practice 10 hours a day. Is it doable? Read a book every day. Doable? Learn 15 words every day. Is it
No.
practically possible? So,
No.
as a teacher, as a student, as an avid, voracious English speaker or reader, so what are your recommendations which are practically possible, which are doable, which are actionable?
I think if we give particular time or divide our time for reading, listening, and
Mhm.
speaking,
Okay.
so we
Give a
can
plan.
speak.
Give a plan. Give a schedule.
Suppose if I give 20 minutes reading every day, 20 to 30 minutes, and 30 minutes to 45 minutes speaking practice,
Okay.
and reading, speaking, and listening practice also. And if I listen near about 30 minutes and more, so it will work. And in between, whatever complex words I get, so I should write down in my journal and try to make as many sentences as possible.
Okay. I
Yeah.
got it. I got it. You said listen to 20 minutes to 30 minutes. Listen. What to listen?
Uh, I listen mostly interviews
Hmm.
or sometimes conversation or podcast.
Okay. Very
Yeah.
nice. Hmm.
And for reading, I read newspaper. Along with that, I also read my daughter's book too.
Which is better, Saraswati? Reading newspaper or books to improve your fluency? Which is better? Is there any reason for that? Reading newspaper. What are the benefits of reading newspaper?
If we read newspaper, so we will get to know day to day news of means daily news, and there are many sections. So if
Okay.
we choose the different sections like city news or nation news or global news, so we
National
national
news,
yes, national news.
international news, not
Yeah,
nation news, national news,
national news.
Re- regional news. What is regional news? What is national news?
Regional news is local news,
Maybe
and
like if I'm reading that Hindu paper and the regional news will give you like South Indian news,
yeah,
like
yeah,
what is happening in Tamil Nadu, what is happening in Kerala, what is happening in Karnataka, region wise, or maybe that particular state from where that newspaper is being published.
yeah.
All right. Okay. Then next is national news. What
Yeah.
is happening in Delhi? What is happening all over our country?
Yeah.
Okay. Then next is international news. What's happening globally? What's happening in
Globally.
America? What's happening in Europe? What's happening in Australia? What's happening in African continent? So you should focus on regional news or national news and international news.
International news.
So
Yeah.
what are the benefits of that?
Every day we get many words that we are not familiar with that, and how to use that word in a context we will get to know. So we
From
can
the
also use.
spoken English or fluency point of view,
Yeah.
we get to know a lot of new words from
Yes.
newspaper reading. A lot
Yeah.
of new words and a lot of English structure. The correct
Yeah.
structure you get to know by reading newspaper.
Yeah.
Okay. Then what we should do with that new words we learn?
We can make many sentences
Mm-hmm.
using that words in
Mm-hmm.
a context.
Mm-hmm.
In a day, at least we should use that word for 5 to 10 times,
Mm-hmm.
or we can write down on in your notebook, or if you have some whiteboard facility, so you can write down there. So whenever you come here in the go around in your room, so at that time you can come across with that word and memorize and can make many sentences in a day to day life. Means that we can use in your day to day life.
Very nice. Mhm. And also learn some synonyms of that word.
Yeah.
One or two other words what we can use instead. Like for example, complain.
Hmm.
What is another word for complain? Complaints. I complain to the
Yeah.
government. I complain to my boss. I complain to the chief minister, and he has promised me to look into my complaints. Is there any other word for complaint?
Complain, other word.
My chief minister, after reading my complaint, he has promised me to look into my grievances.
My complaint, my request,
Grievances.
grievances.
Have you heard this word? Grievance is also like an issue you are facing, a problem you are facing.
Mm.
That is your grievances. The
Yeah.
citizens or the people of that locality has given a list of their grievances.
Yeah.
No drinking water. The roads are not in good condition. The street lights are not plying. The buses are not running. We don't have any cabs or auto rickshaws in and around. Our local councillor is not paying attention. The condition of the schools are not good. So they
Yeah.
have given a list of grievances,
Grievances.
complaints. They are grouching about their issues. They fret about their problem. They are grumpy. If you are a person is grumpy,
Mm.
what does it mean?
Means he is always complaining.
Aha,
Mm.
always complaining. See how many words you have learned. This is how you should work. Take one word and use some synonyms of that word and try to use that. Don't always use complain, 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 complain. Are you looking into my grievances? I've already given you a list of my issues, my problems. Don't say that I'm a grumpy person. No, always
Mm.
complain.
Yeah.
Yesterday when I was talking to her, she was always grouching about her problems. Grouch means complain. Grump means complain. Fret means complain.
Great.
Grievances means a list of complaints.
Mm.
Otherwise, you will be doing a stationary running. You know what is stationary running?
Means
Stationary running. You stand and run in one place.
yes.
You are not making progress. You are
Yes.
not making, yes, you are running, 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 and you see you are in the same place.
Mm.
You are not making any progress. Okay,
Yes.
proceed. So, The best and foremost thing about reading newspaper, that is, you are killing two birds with one stone.
Yeah.
You learn what's happening in your region, what's happening in your country, what's
Yeah.
happening globally.
Yeah.
Along with that, you are learning a lot of new words.
Yeah.
Thirdly, you learn the structure of the sentence. Okay.
Yes.
So normally, when you read a newspaper, is it in the past tense or is it in the future tense or is it in the present tense? Something will be written in what tense? Past tense, present tense, or future tense?
In past tense.
Most of the, say, one person, there was an accident, a
Yeah.
car crash, and three persons were killed in the
Yes.
incident. It's a past tense.
Past tense. Yeah.
Monroe, our prime minister, goes from India and reaches. Yesterday, he reached New York,
Yeah.
America. Okay. आज का न्यूज़पेपर हेडिंग क्या होगा? What could be the heading of today's newspaper?
My our prime minister went to somewhere, whatever the name.
No, no, no. Just imagine. Prime Minister arrives in New York.
Arrived in New York.
What tense is that?
Present tense.
Okay. But Prime Minister तो कल पहुंच गया. He has reached New York yesterday. So it should be
Hmm.
grammatically Prime Minister arrived in New York.
Huh? Yes.
Similarly, India-Pakistan cricket match. What would
Yes.
be how India अगर जीत गया? So
Hmm.
कल के match was played yesterday and today headline. What would be the headline?
India
India
wins the
dash the World Cup.
wins
India
the cricket
da-
match.
India wins the World Cup.
World Cup. So so?
Why you use present tense? Why won, WON, won? India won the World Cup. Why they write India wins the World Cup? See, when there is something, a headline, when something is making headlines,
Hmm.
that's always given in the present tense. That's a rule. If you read
Hmm.
the newspaper, you learn a lot of rules automatically.
Okay. Yeah.
You know the structure of the sentence.
Hmm.
Last night, there was an accident. A lorry collided with a car, and all the passengers in the car were instantly killed. It's not a headline, it
Yes.
was a news item, a normal news. So that will be given in the past tense.
Okay.
So reading newspaper have immense benefits, multitude of benefits.
Yeah.
But you cannot have faster fluency by learning or by reading newspaper.
Newspaper.
You need to read novels
Novel.
because in the novels there will be a lot of conversational English.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of conversational English. Like, one person, the protagonist, is talking to other persons. So that dialogues will be there. Conversational English will be there. You get to know how to speak in English, how to ask question, how to answer. Question, answer, question, answer. You can't have this in a newspaper.
Mm-hmm.
Newspaper, it is either a reported speech or tenses or vocabulary. You might have seen in the YouTube, you see a lot of conversational videos.
Mm-hmm.
Conversational videos. What is
Yeah.
conversational video? Two persons are talking.
Yeah.
What's the difference between a video where two persons are talking and one person, like Palki Sharma Upadhyaya, is giving a news?
Yes.
reading a news? What's the difference?
Mm, Conversation means when we speak with another person, or we use
Maybe you use a lot of good words, use idioms, use
yes,
phrases, like you can see your body language,
yes,
facial expressions, tones, modulations, everything you learn from a conversational video. But if you are reading a news, yes, this is I am Palki Sharma Upadhyay reading you the news. It will be like one person talking and you are listening.
yeah,
But other is two persons are talking and they are
yeah,
okay. So
yes.
what's the difference between said and told?
Tell and told.
Said, yeah, tell
Said
and
and
say,
told.
yeah, said and told. He said and he told.
Told is used when we talk to another person, when we means in communication. If we suppose I told you,
Okay. And
so I
said,
use told.
hmm.
And for
I
said,
will you say I said her that I'm doing something, or will you say I told her that I'm going for
I
shopping?
told her I am going to do something.
So what's the difference if you have to teach
Said is
someone?
direct speech. We use in a direct speech.
If you tell something, you need a person in front of you.
Yeah.
You can tell something to other person.
Yes.
But if you say something, you don't need a person in front of you.
Yeah.
I'm tired, I said. She said she is tired.
Mm.
She's hungry, she said. You can talk to yourself.
Yes.
That is saying. Or when you say she said, means no need of a third person or a second person.
Yeah.
But if you tell something, you have to tell someone something. You need a person. So in a conversation, you need two persons. This is
Yeah.
what our goal is. Our goal is to become a good conversationalist in English. You
Yeah.
want to talk in English. I have told several times to you that you speak to yourself. But people, they find it difficult talking to themselves.
Yeah.
Have you heard about the consumption and production theory?
Yes.
Consume and produce. Consume and produce. You should consume English and produce English. What's that?
Consuming for as English language, if we listen a lot of things, means if we consume lots of things, so we can speak more.
So consume means listen and
Hmm.
read.
Listen and read. Yeah.
So this language, the concepts, new words, the structure, grammar, everything will go inside. You are consuming, means you are having English. You
Yes.
are acquiring something. And now, whatever you have consumed, you have to produce.
Yeah.
Consume English and you have to produce English. How do you produce? How do you produce English?
We can talk with ourselves
By speaking
by
and
speaking,
by writing.
writing.
If you
Okay.
write something, you are producing some English. If you are speaking, you are producing English. So for production, you need consumption. You need to
Yeah.
consume, produce. If you want to produce, consume. If you have consumed something, it will be easy for you to produce. That's why we always say read and listen, read and listen, read and listen. But people, they always want to produce.
Mm.
Only production is spoken English. They don't write. They
Mm.
don't read. If you don't put petrol in the car, can you run the car? The car
No.
will not run. You have to put something inside, then the car will. Similarly, you have to put some knowledge inside you, then that knowledge will come out as a spoken English. then you can talk. That is the way you produce.
Mhm.
So make sure
Means
that
you are trying to say that only spoken part is not enough.
not enough, not enough.
Yeah.
And that spoken part also, like you can divide in, like you were asking me, what are the things we can do to become an advanced speaker?
Yeah.
Spoken part, you can divide it into three.
Mhm.
One is start, like before speaking, you should think. If you have to make a speech in front of people, you have to like think what you are going to speak and think in English.
Mhm.
If you have to talk about, yes, what are you going to do for the new year? Do you have any plan for 2025?
Yes.
So you think in English. Before you speak, you think.
Mhm.
Maybe you can think for 10 minutes, 15 minutes. And I would recommend to think for 20 minutes every day.
Think for 20 minutes.
Every day.
Means suppose if we
About a
decide
topic.
any topic.
Yeah, first select a topic and think about that topic. Don't
Mm.
speak. And
Yes.
don't think in your mother tongue, not in your vernacular. Think in your English.
Mm.
And initially, don't worry about the mistakes. You have to keep on talking. You should produce English from your mouth. You should be hesitant. You should be reticent initially. But slowly, if you practice, then you will, the shyness will go away. You will be confident and you will start speaking. Forget about advanced vocabulary. Our ultimate goal should be continuous flow of English words, English ideas, English thoughts. Before you let it coming from the mouth, let it be in your brain, in your thoughts. So
Yeah.
think in English 20 minutes. Same thing you speak to yourself 20 minutes. If you say, Sir, I don't have a partner to speak, I understand. But to think, you don't need a partner. To self talk, you don't need a partner. There are many apps where you can choose and you can talk.
Yeah.
Like, for example, one student, she used to attend my EnglishYaari classes. Okay. Then, after 3 months, just before completing the subscription, she said, Sir, now I don't have money to further subscribe. So I'm planning to use some apps, free apps where I can talk. And she is using such free apps like Suvi or Elsa or many free apps are there. You can talk. If you talk to maybe 5 or 10%, two or three will be good speakers.
Yeah.
Talk to them. Talk to them. And these, even if you have to pay, these apps are very cheap, damn cheap.
Yeah.
Unlike the edtech companies like Yari, Clappingo, or Inguvarta, many are there. But if you join, subscribe for such spoken, because there won't be any feedback, there is no coach, you are talking to a normal stranger.
Yeah.
So there are umpteen possibilities, multitude of possibilities if you really want. Just by having a desire to speak in English, that's not enough.
Yes.
You should have that attitude for hard work. Okay, so read, and it must be consistent. Consistency is the key. If I said, like, you have to think in English for 20 minutes, do it daily, like meditation, prayer, meditation. 20 minutes, you talk, speak to
Mhm.
yourself. 20-minute thing, write something like 100, 200, 250 words. You write what you write, what you think, what you speak, same thing you write.
Mhm.
It's a holistic approach. But out of these four, consumption and production, people resort only to talking,
Mhm.
and they feel, I don't have a partner, so I can't talk. And if I can't talk, I cannot make progress. And if you feel I'm not making progress, then you stop everything. I don't have a partner, so I can't speak. As long as I'm not speaking, I cannot make progress. So when there is no progress, there is no motivation. When there is no motivation, kitab band, dukan band, and
Yes.
they go back to their mother tongue. They are very comfortable, no tension. They are easy life. Why to take all these, like joining EnglishYaari, talking to that old man with white beard, and then watching a lot of podcasts, reading, writing. Arey kya sirdardi? Where there is a will, there is a way.
There is a way. Yeah.
No gain without any pain. No pain, no gain.
Yeah.
And imagine after 1 year, if you can speak, if you can communicate in English, where will you reach? Aapki manzil, aapki goal, aapka dreams.
Yes.
If you achieve that, a sense of proud or pride, a
Mm.
sense of achievement, a sense of success,
Yeah.
that is unimaginable. For that, you have to experience that.
Yes.
You can't imagine how you would feel after attaining that goal.
Yes.
Right, madam? Nice,
Yeah.
you brought in a topic and I've been talking non-stop.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, so you
Yeah.
had your breakfast.
Yeah. I had my breakfast.
Yeah, so let it be your new year resolution, and by end of December 2025 I will be totally transformed.
Yeah.
This year should be such a transformative